What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and my girl Chella is here with me.
That's right.
And the timing is amazing because, you know, we both love us some Trina.
Yes, we do.
Yay.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
And just for full disclosure, we both read your whole book.
Yes,
Y'all
we
did?
Yes, we
Oh,
both
wow.
did.
And
Yeah.
it gave me a newfound, I've been a fan and a
Yes.
friend,
Yes,
but it
yeah.
gave me a newfound respect for you. Like,
Thank
oh
you.
my God.
Thank you.
It's
was
called
great.
The Baddest.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so congratulations first and foremost,
Thank
because
you.
I know putting something like this together, it's a lot mentally too, revisiting certain
It
parts of your
definitely
life.
is a lot. I mean, I
Yes.
think actually just doing the process of the book, it was kind of flowing good and through and stuff. And we did mostly like the childhood, the growing up, the starting of the career, you know, meeting Trick, doing the song, all that kind of first. And we did like the parts that were deep, like with my mom and all that
Right.
stuff, losing. We did that kind of towards the end. She was like just trying to prepare me for that because I knew it was coming, but I had to like mentally be ready, like to even discuss and, you know, talk about it. And in the middle of writing a book, this is when I lost my niece. So we had to pause because I couldn't even do no more. I was like, I can't. And then I went back to, but it was, the good part was the growing up part, the fun, the reminiscing, you know, all the stuff I was doing as a child, you know, getting in trouble, all that. Because I went back to it and I just started laughing. Like, I really used to be trying it, you know, but it was good.
Man, as young girls, I just think about, because I feel like a lot of people will be able to relate to you. Because there's certain things you did it as a kid that I was like, that's me.
Pinky.
Right.
Yeah,
You
Pinky.
everybody
Yeah, Pinky.
Everybody had them a pinky.
Trying
Yeah.
to, you know, cut in school. I definitely
Yeah.
did that a lot.
You
Getting
did?
caught.
Well, I did it
Yeah.
once, and I got caught that one time, and I didn't
Yes,
do it no
you
more.
did.
That
I
was
cut
the thing.
school so much I almost got left back. But you know what it was? Because I lived in Brooklyn. I grew up there, and I moved to Jersey when I was in 10th grade. And I
Okay.
didn't know anybody, and I was very out of place. So I just was like, I'm going back to Brooklyn every day. And so I just wasn't going to school. But I was calling, and this is how you got caught. I was calling, pretending to be my parents.
Yeah.
And that's really how I got caught, because it worked for a while. And then you also had to bring in a note, and I always would just sign it. But one day I think I must have just sounded like a kid, and they called
knew.
my mom at work. And my mom was, and it was Valentine's Day.
Wow.
And I missed out on my Valentine's Day date. And my little broke boyfriend was like, the flowers died that I bought you. I was like, I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. Too much.
But because I know you've had like so many things happen, how hard was it for you to decide what to edit out, what to keep in, what stories to tell, what not to tell?
I just we started from the beginning. We just kind of really started from me just remembering like just my mom saying, like, when she was pregnant with me, I think she was 18 or 17 going on 18, 18 going on 19, whatever, in school still. And like when she was on a bus, like I think she got transferred or went to like where they have a school with all women, like, you know, pregnant or whatever. And this day on this bus, when she slipped and almost fell, she was supposed to be going to the Bahamas. That's where her mom and stuff is from. And she didn't go to the Bahamas. I would have been born over there, but that incident like pushed back. So we started from there, because that's how I knew, like, being born. My mom told me this whole story, and it went from that, from me just being a child, like everything I could remember, going to school, going to junior high, meeting my first friend that was Pinky, and then all the stories, it just kind of went. And I was just remembering stuff. I just went back to like my first friend, like way back then, and everything we was doing and all the stuff, and going to concerts and hanging out, and just all that stuff was like so fresh, because we really was having the time of our life, you know. So it's easy to do that part, easy to put it together, easy to talk about it. And then when it went on into just me with music, I just started from the beginning. I started how it happened. Started from me, you know, working at a realtor office. Like, this is my job. I was ready to start selling some big mansions all over the world. That's what I thought.
Yeah. And listen, I see it, because I can see you walking around and being like, so this is the master.
This is the master. These are the chandeliers. This thing like that. That's what I thought I was going to do. So I went into like realistic reality of how I remember everything happening from there, going on my first listening, Trick calling, going to the studio, just everything. I just remember it all, and like how it, you know, how I got the deal, how I turned the deal down. At first I was like, no, I'm not doing this. Like everything was like subconsciously, you know, for me to talk about.
You're a very loyal person too.
Yes.
That comes through a lot. I want to ask you about that, because sometimes the best business decisions aren't always the most loyal business decisions. And so what's the balance for that there for you? Because you might have said, look, I'm going to stay with Slip and Slide, even though, you know, they were having, and Ted is great, but even though they were having like some issues with finances and things like that, it might have hurt you. And some people might have been like, let me look at this from a practical lens. But you're like, listen.
That happened to me. Like, I remember when I was with Atlantic, and I had my deal with Atlantic, and the deal I had with Atlantic, we were almost about to be to an end, and Atlantic wanted me to extend the contract with them and stay, but without slip and slide. And I was like, I ain't really know. I mean, this is new for me. I don't know the business that much like that. I'm going to stick with who I came in with because I trust them. Like, this is my family. I believe they're going to hold me down. And, I just learned so much stuff. Like, when it was time to do certain songs I was supposed to do that I wasn't able to do because being on the label, they controlled it. They wasn't going to be able to make money from me doing the song. So they put another artist on the song. Right. And I just learned all that. But I had so much more leisure and like leeway because I had somebody to back me, slip and slide. Had I been just with Atlantic, I would have been thinking, if anything happened, boom, you out the window if it don't work. So I stayed loyal to that because that's what I believed in.
Yeah. Another thing about Trina that she's known for is always showing love to the women.
For sure.
And listen,
I can say for myself, the first female to do a cosign video, pay for it. I never forget. Like, it was 3 of us, and you was like, "Look, don't worry about nothing. I'm paying for this. I'm paying for that. Come on, Miami."
She always tells me this story. She'll be like,
because I never forget it. I never forget it. So I appreciate that. And I love me some you.
Yes, thank you.
One other thing I loved about the book, it made me. So just how you grew up, how you was like, look, I really ain't have to struggle for nothing. We had Louis, we had this and that, and I could see that,
My mom had all that. I was stealing her stuff, but
I was borrowing it.
I was in it.
But it rolled open to you and to how you are. So I was like, that's what's up, because I ain't know that.
Yeah, my mom, my mom had everything. I mean, I always saw her have everything. So, of course, like when I became like teenager, like in high school and stuff, I would like, when she be at work and stuff, I would steal her clothes and put them in a little bag, throw them out the window, because me and my friends would get dressed up in this drip. We don't have no designer. We don't have no money. But my mom don't worry, I got all of us. Just come on over here at this time, and as soon as she not here, we going to all get dressed up. Yeah. Of course, she's to find out, but okay, whatever.
And she had them niggas.
Yeah, I did.
She had them niggas too.
Yeah, I did it. Like, let's go.
But the reason I was going to say that you show so much love to women, Chella included, but everybody, right, is also from when you were younger, you was always popping. And I think when we read this book, you'll see that. But I also feel like that gives you confidence where you don't feel competitive later on in life. Because I realize there's people that like is kind of not it growing up, and then when they get on, they become,
they don't know how to act or how to accept it or fully take it on. So for me, I always was in control of everything. I just felt like if we follow my way, we're not going to get in trouble, because I know what to do and what not to do. If we shouldn't be at this place, or if something's going to be going out of place, I know my mom is going to kick my butt first, so we're not going to do that. So, but if I follow you, one of my friends, and we get in trouble, that's like twice for me. So I always was the one need to be in control. I know where we're going, what everybody needs to put on, how we need to look, how we gonna go out, boss up, what car we gonna take. All that I just had to roll out. I just always was like that. And just being around my mom had a lot of friends, like women from working at the salon, just her friends, and like they all was like. They loved my mom. Like, she was always giving. She had so much. And all her friends wanted to have the same thing, like get a house, aspire to have this, have a nice car, have good, be able to have nice clothes. So when I grew up, and my friends, they don't got no money either. So I'm just trying to make us be like, we gonna just wear all my mama clothes because we growing up like these ladies. Like, and that's just what I saw. Like, in life, I wanted to have everything. I wanted to have my own money, have my own place, have my own car. Like, even when I first moved out at a young age, I moved into my mom's house, a rental place, but
that you couldn't afford.
I could not afford it. I could not afford it. And the thing about that was a life lesson for me, because my mom explained to me, even though I was real mad, I was like, my gosh, you could have let me like slide one more month. She was like, no. Because if you didn't know me and I was your landlord, and somebody was paying your rent too, if you do not pay, they're kicking you out. At least I gave you 30 days more to get it together. In them 30 days, you still did not have all the money.
Yep.
You got to go.
And it didn't go on your credit at least.
Pack it up. It wasn't on my credit, so I was good to go, but pack it up. You got 30
days. She really wanted to teach you a lesson. She should have called them people.
Yeah, like, get you up out of here. But she did it in a good way. I learned that, though. I was like, wow, you know what? You cannot be slacking. If you want something, if you want this, you got to work hard for it. You got to be disciplined. You got to strategize. You got to make goals, set goals for yourself, and know what you want to do. And that's just kind of,
When did you decide? Yeah, she did. When did you decide it was time to write a book? Because that's always a hard thing, because you still...
I didn't even think about writing it. All I just know, when the conversation came between me and the writer, me and Cecily, we just had a conversation, and she came to Miami. She's from Chicago.
I love Cecily.
Yeah, she's from Chicago.
She said that she was like,
yeah.
I thought it was so dope, because I didn't know she had nothing to do with it.
Oh, yeah.
She
was the one came to me, and she came to Miami for like a week, and we just spent the whole week together. And we wasn't writing. We was just hanging out. I took her to the neighborhood where I grew up at, a lot of stuff, food. I like to eat everything. And and we just hung out. And so when we started talking about the book, it wasn't like a job, like a pressured thing, like you gotta do this or you can't say this or it was just more like when she came back to Miami, we just hung out at my house. I was right, like every time I was writing whenever I felt like it. Like she'll be like, you feel up to it today? We'll get up early in the morning. I'll say not today or tomorrow, whatever. And I'll just, okay, today we'll talk about this part of my life or this part. So it was more organic, almost like putting together an album.
Right.
But it was just the memories of bringing back like the life from before, like my whole entire life, and putting it into words. That was just the only difference.
I saw you at Chella's birthday party.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say the same thing now because you talk with your hands a lot. And on this side right here is the ring. And every time I look up, it's pow in my face.
Oh, my God. I always do that with my hands, though. That's like a thing. I don't know.
Yes. So, and you got married. And it was,
I do.
And that was you kept it on the low when you did it. So I didn't see it, but have you really talked about like the experience and the whole?
Well, we got married privately at home.
Okay.
And that was what I wanted. I just wanted that experience first because everything else when I go into planning in the wedding part, it's a lot. It's very hectic. A lot of people just feels like, why wasn't I invited? Why wasn't I told? Why? I was like, I didn't tell nobody.
Right.
It was just a private thing for us to enjoy first, and then we do the celebration. Because I know the celebration, that's one night, you spend all this money. When the next day you roll over, it's over. So I just wanted to sit in that and enjoy that before I actually start planning. And I was just happy. It was peaceful.
You married, Trina.
I know, right?
Does it feel weird sometimes?
No, it don't feel weird. It feels different.
To just say like, I'm married.
Because I'm so used to now just like my husband.
Right.
I can't stop saying that. And I love to say that. Like, I'm going to always say it.
Now, listen.
You ain't wrong.
So did he read the book yet? I know
my husband. He's right here. Yeah, he read the book.
Okay.
He read the book. Me and him are like this. Like we like kind of the same. So I just call him reading it sometimes. Like he'll just go sporadically and just read and read, and I'll be asleep. He'll be reading. You know.
Right.
But basically the whole book, everything like kind of in the book, we kind of talked about. I kind of he knows the story. He knows like me like. The ups, the downs, the stuff that just made me sad. Like he just know we addressed it, so we could be on the same in the same space and on the same page.
Now, when you write a book like this, because your life also clearly involves other people too, do you let people know? Like give them a heads up, like, look, I'm putting my book out. I just want to let you know I did. Okay.
No, because I wasn't doing nothing malicious, and I just told my truth. I was just talking about my story, what happened with me. Even in a past relationships or anything that I've had, you've never heard me like, oh, I'm gonna put this to rest with this, but like like it's a beat.
It was very
not,
positive.
It's no beat. It's like we grow, stuff happens, you move on. It's no animosity. It's no nothing. I don't feel no ill feelings towards nobody, and I would pray they don't feel nothing towards me because I've never heard that. You get what I mean? And I just did the book, and in a part of my life and going through the life from albums to relationships, whatever I had going on, this was real in my life. I was dealing with it, whether it was good, whether it was bad, when it was up, when it was down, when it was falling apart, when the world thought they knew and didn't know nothing. Like, I wasn't the one to just go blast and tell. You'll just not see me in a situation. I'm just moved on quietly, just like very effortlessly. And I just kept it like that. I didn't do nothing like, oh, this person did so much wrong. No. Listen, this was a part of my life. This happened. Things happen. We grow. We learn. And we move forward. And that's just fine.
Yeah, because I haven't written a book yet, and I was wondering what's the protocol on that. Because I'm like, if I'm going to tell a story about somebody, do I need to hit them up? But you're like...
Unless you about to they done did you some dirt.
Like me.
If I'm going to throw some dirt on Chella, I'm not going to tell... That's even more reason not to tell her. You know what? I'm not going to call you and let you know. It's just going to be in there.
See, and with you, it was just your truth. And I'm sure they know your character.
My friends, all of them. Pinky, she was the main one I talked about. She finds it hilarious because a lot of stuff she didn't even think about, remember? And when I was telling her, I told her before the book was coming out, she was crying, laughing like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I remember we got a beating for skipping school. But that was me. That's why I don't follow nobody, because that was her idea, and I follow her. That would have been my idea. We'd have got away, but that was her idea.
I think it was your idea to go to Atlanta for the day.
It was my idea, and that's but look how smooth I thought. I had my whole plan mapped out. I was gonna go to Atlanta. I had seen all the flights. I know the last flight we was getting on the flight. It was not my fault that the flight was gonna get delayed or canceled. That's what we didn't have no money for no private jet, so we stuck. But the skipping school part, I would have handled that a little differently. I would have never went to my mom's sister house on the street. But no, we would have got missing. We would have went far in the mall, like got away by, you know. But yeah, I that's how I do it.
Yeah, I would say it was handled very classy because even like for me reading certain, and like you said, people thought they knew things because it would be in the blogs, and a lot of times you don't address it. And even in the book, I feel like you definitely very classily would let us know, look, I don't hold no ill will. He was young, this and that happened. He cheated, but I just decided I couldn't do that anymore.
I can't do the cheating. I'm gonna tell that. That ain't even nothing to tell in the book, and I'm gonna tell you that straight up. In anywhere I'm at,
right? Whether
we in person, face to face, or TV, whatever. I don't do that. I don't do the cheating thing. I'm just not the girl for that. I don't. That's not my thing.
Right.
I'm a Sagittarius. I'm strong headed. If you cheat, that means I'm not for you. That means you for the streets. Go find you somebody in the streets. We not doing that. I'm sorry. We don't do the forgive you. Nah. You did that. You gonna lay in that. No, it's just that. Yeah.
Now I want to hear about the engagement and how all that happened too.
It happened kind of. It was fast. He's just blushing over there, babe. No, it was just fast because it was just like he was like, "You're gonna be my wife," and I was just laughing. You know, I'm always laughing. I was like, "Oh," and I was thinking about it. We kept hanging out and we were dating. And it just happened. Like, I don't know. He just said it and meant it, and I just
stood on it,
right?
And stood on it, and it just meant like today's the day. And when I got up this morning and we went to go get our marriage license, I was like, I still didn't believe it. Right. I think I was still like, wait, what? And we just kept laughing, and then no, it was for real. But then the day we actually did it, like had like the pastor and everything or whatever, my cousin Joy was there. She was the only one there, and today's the day we say I do, and this is just for us. Like our personal, I wanted to do it that way. I wanted to see what it feels like, because at the end of the day, I feel like the wedding, that's gonna be beautiful. Everybody knows that it's a beautiful wedding, flowers, you go do all this stuff, but I just wanted to feel what it felt like with just us, like first. Before all of the hoopla and all the people and all. I just wanted it to be us, and and that's just how I wanted it.
Right.
Because when I first saw it, right, I'm gonna just keep it on it. I was like, hold on.
And I ain't say nothing to you.
She had no wedding. I mean, what's going on? But then when I saw it, I said, no, it had to be some low key.
Yeah, it was just
because I know you go do it really over the top.
Are you?
When you get ready to.
Do you think you want to do that?
I wish you wouldn't have said that in front of him in here. Because it's like, no, we going back and forth about that. No, not over the top. I you know what? Here's the thing. And this is to be honest. If I had not got married privately first, I would have been more over the top.
Right.
And I said in that because I didn't know if that's what I really wanted. That's just what you think it's supposed to be. But when I did it, it was just so beautiful. It was just
refreshing. Private.
So now when I do the actual ceremony, as over the top as I want to be, I'm not gonna be that. Wait, okay. I'm gonna be over the top. But I'm gonna make it less, like smaller. I want it to just be intimate.
Your over the top isn't different than the average person's over the top anyway.
Exactly.
Because I feel like your regular is over the top.
Just say yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. But I mean over the top, but private, more still like controlling of just like immediate people I love. And because to me, realistically, I feel like weddings is for people that really love the two of you together. They're really gonna support you, because the day and all that glitz and glam is over. But what about 5-10 years when y'all still together? Y'all maybe going through some of y'all trying to figure it out. Where's all these people that was at the wedding that ate up all y'all food? And if somebody didn't bring a gift, and now
we know it's top
you done came, you done came, and now we lifing and nobody's around. I didn't want that. I want it to be intimate and mean something. It's real personal. I want it to be small but over the top.
So would you do a special?
What does that mean? Like showing the wedding? Like almost,
you're on
like
Love
what I did
in
in Keisha Clayor, things like that. That was fun, but
plus they pay for it.
Oh, well, now we're talking a different ball game here, Angela, huh? Yeah, let's go. That's over the top. Over the top. Cut the check. Let's do this wedding special. Let's do this.
Right?
I don't want to turn into a bridezilla, because that's why he's so quiet over there. Because I be having these things going on. I promise you guys, I have chose like 50 dresses. I swear I'm going to wear all of them. Because the one I like, but then I like this one, I like this one, I like, no, I really love this one. Now, but could I just do 3, or like, is that over the top? No, people change twice.
Yeah, you can change.
But 4 is a little bit extreme.
I don't know how you would do that, Because by the 4 is like where?
4, the wedding dress, the actual wedding dress. after the wedding dress,
yes, the reception,
to take pictures and do all that. Then one more dress to change into, just to do like the open walk-in, the whole ceremony thing or whatever. And then
the fourth one,
maybe mid.
Come on, see, that's too much.
Okay, that's when
that's when
I'm starting getting too far. Yeah, but but me, it's just all for the looks of the change. That's Angie, that's going too far. 4 is extreme, so 3. So imagine me narrowing down 3 dresses I done asked Joy, I done sent like 75 dresses to her.
Oh man.
Yeah, like I'm just all over. He don't even want to see.
Do you know you want to wear white?
Yes, I have to wear white. I've never been married. I definitely want to wear white.
Because some people are like, I'm going to just do, okay, so I
just feel white. No, okay. I want it to be fancy and I want it to be customized for me. I don't want to do the whole traditional thing, whatever. Me personally, I would
No David's bridal or nothing.
No, definitely not. I would definitely be more outside beach. I'm more like that kind of girl, hot. He's more like AC, please. Like, so it's a back and forth. I'm like tropical. I want to be outside in the heat. We could put our feet in the water, like that kind of thing. You got but then
the Bahamas.
But the man, my husband wants to be in the AC where it's cool. He don't want to be hot and sweating and all that. And Joy hates hot too, but I love to hot. I feel like just makeup is nice and
maybe you could do indoors and then afterward.
Look at Angela.
Or
see how this stuff happens.
The day before, if you do a destination wedding, if you do the day before, y'all could have like cocktails the day before. They always do like a little reception.
Oh, that comes with
a welcome
6 dresses
reception.
Now.
Now you could use the other dresses.
Over the top.
Now we get more and more. Yeah.
All the ideas, And I also saw you went and re-registered your real estate license.
Yeah, I did that
a couple of years ago,
like 2022.
Yes. So that's amazing. I got my real estate license.
I know.
Here.
I just wanted, because once my license had got, once they expired, it's like I just never did it. Like, went back and got them done. And so 2 years ago, I was like, you know what? Let me just go back and reinstate them and let's just do them over, because I definitely love real estate. I already get like property and stuff. I definitely want to see myself still, I don't care, selling a mansion.
Right.
You feel me?
And that's nice money right there too.
Yeah, like I'm just, it's just a thing. So why not have it?
It'd be exciting to be like, oh, Trina sold me my house.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, she was showing me some stuff, but you got to watch out for people that just want to like look at houses just to meet you.
Yeah, no, we gotta sift through those.
Now, before you did Love and Hip Hop, you also were planning to do a different show with Tracy Edmonds.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about that in the book. So what was it about it that you didn't like?
Okay, I love Tracy Edmonds. Like, I fanned out. I just love how she just bossed up. Like, was babyface wife, but she was her own boss. Woman. She was a woman in the industry doing her own movies, producing her own shows. So if I was to do a show, my idea, it has to be over the top. It needs to be flashy. It needs to have the girls. Everybody needs to, like, they're getting money, they bossing up, they got jobs, they got careers, they're leveling up, they're doing whatever it is in life they want to do. So when we did it with Tracy, we were real young. Then it was like, okay, who am I going to put on the show? It's nobody. It's my family. All of these people are not like us. They're not camera ready. They don't know how to talk on camera. They get very shy. They're not used to speaking. And so we did like this little trailer. I hated it. I hated everything about it. I hated me in it. I hated my family in it. I hated everybody. I hated Bobby in it the most. I hated everybody that was in it. That let me know I wasn't ready for reality TV, because I really was the only person that had like something to do and something going on. But I learned the difference of what the capturing is. This is a family. We're doing it about my life and my family. But if everybody isn't doing something and everybody don't understand the assignment, it's not going to work.
Right.
And like most of my friends and family, they were scared. They never been on TV before. All them cameras everywhere. They was giggling. They kept looking at the camera. It was terrible. I hated everything about it. I was just like, no. And so that's why when Love and Hip Hop came to me to do the show, I told them no. Like, I turned them down for like, 4 or 5 years. I kept telling Mona, no. I don't want to do it, because I just needed to look. It needs to have that look, like the look. And I just didn't, and then when I saw Love and Hip Hop, I was like, listen, is nobody snatching my wig and throwing no drinks on me?
I know.
So we're not doing
that's
that.
Not happening.
And that wasn't just the case. And so I felt like, okay, boom. But then when I did the Rockstar Music Group and started working with these artists, I felt like this may be the time, because we don't have like 106 in Park. We don't have like MTV Raps, all this stuff that we used to have to give us this platform to come showcase our music and put out our new songs. We don't have that. So at this point, these artists, they're new, they're grinding, they're not really known. So how do they get a platform to be seen and get this extra look? And I felt like this would be the time. And I had strict commands in my contract. Like, this is what I want to do. I'm only filming with who I want to film, but I'm only doing what I want to do.
You're probably the only person who could do that.
Well,
too.
it's a business because I came in as me already. I didn't come in for you guys to make me, and I don't want you guys to take away and tear up my brand. And so I'm going to be doing music. I got artists that's doing music. I'm working, I'm performing, going on tour, all this stuff you get to follow, but it has to make sense because it's still a business for me. Right. I don't really care about the whole TV thing. It's a business. How can we get millions of people that's clicking on to watch this TV to watch this platform build up? And then that's when I said, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did. So you and standing in that decision, and then we'll see the wedding special at some point too. So that's
see, I love how she just stuck that in, huh?
I mean, I feel like
well, the wedding special, we're not gonna talk about that yet because ain't no money been cut for no wedding special, and the wedding special gotta be all look her. You looking over there, you got the check, let's
it's
do
coming,
it.
Right?
Come on with that bag and we gonna get it popping. And I'm gonna definitely have to bring Chella down there. You got
for sure.
You guys can come down there and come look at these dresses because this is a lot.
And Chella is gonna listen.
No,
and Chella's gonna be out there turning up.
Chella gonna come
She gonna turn it out.
I'm coming. I love how you did the Rockstar Music Fest. I think that's something big for Miami, period.
And for women too.
Yeah,
I think
always putting people on.
It's new. It was something for real, I didn't do a lot of festivals like that. I didn't get to do a lot of. I did like Rolling. I did a couple festivals I like, but I mean, when I started my career and working, I was working so much and doing shows. I never did festivals. And when I look at like the festival lineups and certain stuff, especially when the ones come to Miami, it's like you really don't even hardly see Miami artists on there, you know. Right. And then I was like, well, let me just do my own festival, and I want to do it. And this is not about the biggest stars in the game. This is about people that I believe in that just have dope music. I don't care if you came out in 1990. If I love your music and whatever you got going on, I want you on this stage because you have some fans from back then that's like, oh, I ain't see him or her in so long, so I'm gonna come out to see that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that was my whole motive of doing the Rockstar Music Festival. Giving people the opportunity to come out and just showcase their talent, and some of them may never ever hit a festival stage in life. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep on doing. This is the second year. Well, it'll be going on third year for Rockstar Music Festival.
Yay!
So I'm excited for it. Yeah.
Give everybody a chance to glow. I love that about you.
Yeah.
You know what I really love? What you and Carisha did.
Oh, the award.
Yeah, bring her out.
That was it.
The two of you together is super
But the
fly.
fact that she came out with the 2004 Trina outfit from the Jay Leno, it was just like, it gave me chills. No, it gave me chills.
I was like, yes.
It gave me chills when we first did the rehearsal, and I really saw how committed she was and how she really was ready to bust that split. I'm saying, like, I'm like, are you going to have on heels and do this split? She was like, I'm practicing. Trust me, I'm going down in this split. And I mean, in one part of the show, I almost had, like, started laughing because I was so focused on her doing this split.
Like,
and I knew, I knew she was going to do it and stay down there. And it was just like, it was just a moment, though. I love her.
Homage for me.
And she's so, she's dope. I just felt like, you know what? This is Miami. I'm going to perform. I didn't know I was going to perform for the awards, of course. And when I did find out, let me just bring it back. And I just grabbed her, and she was more than happy to come do it, and we had a ball.
I think about these younger women today and how difficult it is with social media, with the blogs, things that when we were all coming up, it allowed us to, we didn't have to deal with that. So it allowed us to get like a tougher skin, maybe do some things and get away with it and not have to worry about the next day it being everywhere. I couldn't even imagine what that has to be like for, and there's so much happening right now. I'm just like,
I say that all the time. Like, I'm happy, I'm grateful that I did start in an era where we didn't have this social media thing. Because realistically, when I started, if it like, I didn't even realistically have a computer. Like, I didn't have a computer. Missy was the first person I saw with a computer. Being honest.
And that's when them computers was heavy.
No, she had a heavy computer, and it always was locked down, and nobody would get in her. All her music was in there, and you never heard a Missy song ever leaked. So for me, I just felt like if somebody was talking about me, I would never know because I'm not on no type of internet. I don't know what's happening. Now that we got social media, it's the gift and the curse. Of course, we use it to get like our business and stuff out there and do what we got to do. But the downside of it is the new generation. It's this thing to where, because I would have been one. Like, I would have been on there. Like, y'all would have had to just keep bleeping it out because I would have been going nuts all day on social media. Because if somebody say something to me, I'm ready.
Right.
But I'm so mature. Like I know for a fact this is not a real world. I don't care about what y'all talking about in real life, but for real, I feel bad for the newer artists, especially the girls, because it's so effective. It's so annoying. It's so like every time you turn around, somebody's just. I'm talking about you could just post a random picture in the car. You could be at your child's graduation. You could be at the beach. You could just be eating a burger.
Minding your damn business.
And they're going to be like, why you ain't got no lettuce on your burger? Like, it's always something, and it becomes so annoying. And then it, like, puts because the fan bases and the people, the scrutiny, they just put all the girls against each other, and it just causes chaos and catty and fights, and I hate that. Because when I came in, we didn't have that. It was just us. We was just like, when I came into this industry, I thought, I promise you, that the whole music industry was like ladies' night.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Because that connection of what that
and
picture
you
they
had
painted.
Good experiences.
Yes, I had Eve,
initially.
I had Missy, I have Kim, I had like everybody that was in that started. So we didn't see that. We was just really like doing our thing, getting our money. It was nothing like, hello, when I did the awards and I was in all the categories everybody else was in, Eve won.
Right.
I'm
You
supporting
was like,
her.
yeah,
This is my
absolutely.
girl. I felt like I won when she won. When Missy won. I mean, hello, all the you know you're not winning with Missy in the category. So it's like, this is my girl. We're celebrating her because she is a pillar in this culture for us. So we gotta celebrate that. We can't sit and hate and be mad, and I just don't get that. Like, and I feel like that is like the one thing I hate about the female connection in the industry.
Yeah, because you've always been, I feel like, known for that. That's why you've had like maybe one or two people that
Besides
you collabed with, but it was shocking to people. And even for you,
me.
It's not you.
It's not me.
And
I'm
it's
always,
not you that'll start it. It's,
and I don't even care to finish it, because if it's for real, if it's really beef, it's on site. So we ain't really got beef. You just talk. I don't even know you.
Right.
Whoever y'all is, I don't even know y'all. So you can't have beef if you don't know a person.
Right.
Beef that's a different type of, you feel me? And
you don't exist to me.
no,
it's different than
where's
beef.
the money at?
Right.
Let's get to the bag. Shows is booked out. I don't got the energy or the time, for that. And that's just what.
Yeah, but
you know something that will never change that was in the book too. I love the book. How you talked about when Nan come on.
Oh,
I don't care where you at. When Nan come on, it's the same thing. Everybody's waiting to hear that.
yeah, you're a part
To sing it word from word.
And how
you ain't
went-
gotta say nothing.
How you went hard.
Oh
on
my
that.
God! No matter who you are, you will catch the guys singing it too.
They gotta get themselves a little.
Yeah, for sure.
But that
I love
is
that
what
for you.
really gave me like I already was confident, but that gave me more confident when I started my career, because again, when I first did that record and I first went to, the record had already like started bubbling up, in Miami it was getting hot, it's in the streets and stuff, but then now this record came out in August of '98, and this is like Trick's birthday is like September, so this is the next month, and we go to his party and we do this record. I'm not prepared to perform, I'm just here to support. And when the song came on and I saw all these girls in this club packed up, I'm talking about, they was saying the ad-lib, the first part, like I'm talking about word for word. I'm just standing here looking like, huh? And so I was so shocked. I couldn't say nothing. I was just looking like,
Wow.
no, wow. Like, y'all, I was like, y'all is nasty, because y'all don't memorize every word and y'all saying it word. I'm not even saying it, And so when I saw that, when I did the next big show, that's what gave me that cape. Like, just go out here and just kill it. And it gave me this whole thing, like looking at the girls, like they was just looking at me like with confidence, with like power, with like belief, and I wanted to give that back. That's how I did The Baddest and all those anthems, because it came for like, what you mean, like fix your hair, like get your bag up, find you what you want to do, get a job, do whatever you got to do to get you some money and boss up. Like, that's the energy I was trying to put out there when I seen women in the audience.
What's dope about that is that also wasn't necessarily who you were, but you can understand the empowering feel of it once you started performing it and seeing people saying it word for word, because I feel like you were like, ooh, I don't know if I want to.
I was like,
fuck about 5 or 6 best friends. I don't know.
I'm talking about, I didn't even say it, and they was saying, I was like, you
It
over
was me saying it.
It was you, Chella. I'm looking like, huh? You over here with the glasses? You saying that too, girl? Okay, that was like,
It's
okay.
like an alter ego thing. Too.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
Yeah.
Because guys talk like that about women all the time. So for a woman to throw it back at you, it is something
They
that's
just
like,
gave them girls like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
and
we
it's a
ready.
song.
Yeah.
I love that.
But then there's always that, I think, push and pull from artistically where you want to go and where the label wants you to sometimes stay or just stay a certain type of way. And that's something that you definitely experienced and talked about.
I talked about that because that was a big plate of, of course, when I started, it came from Nan. And in the label, this is ran by all guys. So they was juiced up. This is Nan. And we got this big deal with Atlantic Records. And we just got to have the records that they want. And it was like, okay. So when I did my first album, it was like, okay, this was raw. This was uncut. This is just a young girl. I'm from Miami, 15. My friends, they wild. Like, I got all type of friends. The good girls, the bad girls, the wild, whatever you want to call, they going to come to the set. So in doing that album, I could speak on so much stuff because I'm looking and seeing all this stuff all the time. But now when the second album come and now it's like, okay, I done went on the road. I done did the whole tour with Trick. Now I'm on the Ludacris record. I'm on tour doing all that. And now I'm working on my my second album. After touring and going out the country and just seeing so much stuff, I just wanted to change it a bit. Like I wanted to do songs a little softer, a little melodic. Still talk my talk, but make it more saucy and not so raw, but you get the message. But the label wasn't having it. Right. They was like going back and forth with me about it. And I was like, I was watching how I knew that I knew what I wanted, even if I started this and didn't understand what was happening in the business when I first started. But it's one thing about me. Once I do something, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to connect and I'm going to push for what I want. I had to push and fight and pull and tug. I didn't care what they wanted. They got it after. But doing it, they didn't see the transition because they felt like I was new. They knew everything. I didn't know nothing. But once they saw me generate it, once they saw me shoot, that's my attitude, video myself without them, they was like, whoa. Right. This girl is different. This is not just an artist on the label waiting on us because I'm ready to go do my own thing. And once I started telling them, like when I got the Here We Go record, this is a record that I got with Tidra Moses singing on it. Like when I first heard the record and it was her, it was like, wow. And here I go like, okay, but the label's going to put somebody else on this record. And who is the somebody else? It's Kelly Rowland. Right. Like you get what I'm saying? Right. Like, and when I'm doing when I'm thinking of stuff, I'm like, okay, I want to work with this artist. Or I want to work with this person. Or I want to do this kind of song. And now it went to, I got a record. Look back at it. And this record came to me from Killer Mike. This was a Killer Mike record. He gave me this record. And I was like, okay, I'll do this record only if I can keep the 2 Monica records on my album. So I had to swap it up. Yeah, because I wanted these melodic records. I love Monica. I love these records. There's no way we're choosing one record. And we got both. We got to use both. And so I had made a deal with them. We gonna do the Monica 2 records and I'll do the Look Back at It record for y'all because this was that same kind of, now kind of saucy kind of record. But yeah, it worked out.
We need this as a movie. This book. Yeah. I'm just saying, it feels...
Movie's coming.
It is? Okay, because it's giving movie.
It's giving movie. Yeah, it's giving
it has it all. It has the relationships,
it makes me feel like
downs,
that. Yeah. This was real life. Like, that's why I was so comfortable with telling her my story and not have a problem with doing it because this is how I did my life. This is really what happened. It was no like, oh, this is, you don't want to talk. No, I'm going to tell this is what really was happening. It was a time you probably saw me, you thought I was super, super happy and I was super, super sad. Right. Like this is what was going on. I was good. The label was good. This time the label, I was off the label. I had to make a decision. Slip and slide. I mean, Atlanta don't want to go with Slip and Slide. Do I leave them? Do I stay with Ted? Ted's in a bad space. He just signed Jagged Edge. That's not working out. Who do you stay loyal to? I was going through so much stuff like throughout this whole process and the journey. So it was easy for me to navigate it and tell it exactly how it happened.
So you have a movie deal in the works, just to clarify?
I do.
I just want to clarify.
We're gonna keep that on a hush,
okay,
but yes,
I ain't gonna pry
we are talking about the movie.
I think this would be an amazing. I would be front and center.
Commentating it.
Yes. Okay, because reading it is very visual. She did a great job writing. Shout out to Chicago for
that's my girl.
Yes.
And Cicely has always been supportive of all the female rappers.
She is.
Me for sure.
Yes. She spoke a lot about you. And even me, even before we started my book, I read her book. And her book was very intriguing and it was very detailed for me. And when I met her, she spoke about female artists so much and so highly. Like, it was like she was a journalist for the female artists, navigating, knowing who's where and who should be doing this and this person people don't know about. I love that about her. That's what made me feel like the book, she was going to bring it to life. Like, because she knew so much about me in detail. It's like talking to somebody that did their research, they know about you, they make you feel comfortable, and then that's how you go.
And before I read this book, I was like, because I do feel like, at times in your life, you do keep certain things private, like getting married and stuff. But I was like, is she going to really tell about, and you really did. Like, you really did talk about, obviously, people always ask you about Wayne because that was super early on, but that's in there. You even talked about meeting Toya.
Yeah, because that was really what happened. Because you know what's so crazy? I saw her maybe like late last year or something like that. It was at Rashida's restaurant, and I think her brother had just came home or something, just got out of jail or whatever, and she pulled me over. She said, "Come here." Come here real quick, and I ran over there to their table. She was like, I done told them about this funny story about when I met you in Miami. When she said that, it was just, this was a real thing, and she was so sweet, and we always had that kind of relationship. It was always respect. I never had a problem with her. I always showed her respect. I always showed Reginae respect, and I love that she's grown up and just growing into her own way. But these are real women and real people that I met along the way, and this is how the story happened, Right. And I was just telling my story. She was like, this is part of your life. You was on this album. What was going on? This is what was going on. This is the whole how it happened. And
I love all the details. That's why I'm saying the movie about to be lit. So we have the movie coming. The book is out right now. The wedding special on the way. Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Stop saying that. No. Oh, Love and Hip Hop Miami, yes, it's not. But the wedding special, we need the biggest. It's in the works.
The biggest budget.
Yeah, the biggest budget. Biggest budget.
Okay, so we can have the bridezilla if necessary. You get everything that it is that you need. You feel great though?
I feel amazing.
You look good.
Thank you. I do. I feel great.
Good. I'm happy to see that and hear that.
I love that for you.
Because you are definitely an icon. When they gave you that is something that is undeniable.
Yes. Yeah, I know y'all owe me, so I deserve that. I felt like I deserved that.
For sure.
Like I felt like I put on for 24 years for that. I don't feel like nobody gave me nothing.
For sure.
I really worked. I climbed that ladder. I paved that way. I opened those doors for you girls to walk in and crawl and run and twerk and all that. Yeah.
Crawl,
all right.
run, and
twerk. Yeah. Give me that. Let me get that.
For sure.
How do you like being a boss too, as far as signing other artists?
I feel like that's a good thing. But you know what? My thing is this. Here we go with this artist thing. I work with some artists that I sign, but the hardest part for me is because it's me. And then they look at me as me or like has made it. Like, you understand what I mean? And I don't know how to make them, like, I be feeling like they want me to make them me, like where I'm at. I don't know how to do that.
Right.
You have to do that. Like, we're in a different time. You have to connect.
Work.
You have to work.
Right.
You have to build your fan base. You have to be active. You have to be engaging. Like, I cannot build you a fan base.
It's not going to be like, I got on a song of yours and
no, I can get on any song and that's fine. We did a song, but I cannot make people get into you, be interested in you, buy your music, stream you. I cannot do that.
Right.
And that's the hardest part, because it's hard for them to understand. It's like, oh, it's Trina, so everybody's going to love us. So Trina fans, but you have to build your own thing so you can know why you're special, or why you succeeding, or why you got success. I can't do that for you. I could just give you the platform. I could guide you. I could help you. I could do a song with you. I could put you whatever, but I cannot make you.
Right.
I'm not the person that could create and make an artist. And that's the only thing. And it's like, when I'm looking, I'm like, yo, you're not working. And I'll be quiet. I go on your page, I'm looking, you're not posting in 2-3 weeks. So how do you expect to like be engaged? And I know it's hard now with this, because it's like I feel like social media now has turned into a job.
It is.
Like, if you're a person
that social media managers.
Yes, you are a job now. Every day you have to check your social media, post on your social media, engage, do things on your social media that's going to build your fan base or build and connect you up. I don't know how to do that for you.
But if you sign up for it, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to look at it like, look, she already put me on. Let me
it's a job.
build up to the
Everybody
plug.
don't think like you, love. You know, you're a hustler. You know how to think and constantly stay creative and keep. Me and her, we'll talk so much about stuff. Every time she tell me she's doing something, I'm always encouraging and giving her ideas. But the thing I love about you is you never stay complacent. Like, you're always ready for the next elevation of whatever it is. No matter what it is, you always that. Some girls I work with in art, they not like that.
Yeah.
They'll still be stuck on wondering, what about that song we had recorded in 2020? Huh? Like, you get what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I always tell artists, you always have to work like you don't have a team at all.
Yes.
And it's you, because ain't nobody
sure.
going to care about your career more than you do.
You got to
If
care.
you don't care about it more than everybody.
Why should I? How am I?
Exactly.
How am I going to get you on these
always
platforms?
Operate, even if you're signed to a major label,
Yes.
you got to do it because people will amplify what it is that you're doing when they can, but you got to get to the space where, okay, I'm doing this for myself. I'm making these relationships. I'm making these calls.
I'm doing this building, yes. To connect with the DJ so they can play your records, build the relationship. I can't do that for you. You know, we had times.
And you can name drop Trina. You could be like, I'm signed to Trina. And then, if that helps them, whatever.
I will in a minute. With no problem.
But you got to work, though. The bottom line is you have to put the work in.
You have to work.
You cannot cheat the grind, man. You got to work.
And foundationally, your shit got to be dope, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trina, you something different. No female rapper has. I say this all the time. More albums. More. Nobody did as many songs. Yes. Still booked and busy
and
all
still
this
nice,
time.
a nice person.
Yeah, for real. Still looking good. The baddest is an understatement.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we appreciate you so much for coming through. Congratulations on the book. I'm telling you, people got to read this and then go see the movie when it comes out. Are you doing the audiobook?
I did an audiobook, yes. The audiobook is out now.
I know people love hearing that.
Yeah.
You hear Trina reading her own stories?
A lot of people listen to the audiobook. Yeah.
All right,
well, a good book.
Congrats on everything, and thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you guys
definitely
for
appreciate
having
you.
me. I'm so happy.
We should have had flowers. There's some right there.
There goes some right there.
Flowers and shots.
Flowers and shots, right?
Trina, thank you.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys.
And thank you, Chella.
Thank you. I'm so happy you're here. I didn't know you was going to be here. This is
I was going to text you.
This looks great
and tell
on you,
but I wanted to surprise you.
She walked in like, what's the vibe here?
I said like, what's the
going
energy?
on?
I
looked at her and
tried to set no shit up.
No, it's great energy, man. I'm happy to be here with you guys.
Thank you.
Yes.